For over 2,000 years, since the time of Hippocrates, doctors have worked to two governing principles. First, do no harm, and second, do good. But if we want to measure the harm or the good associated with a particular drug, we need to know about the risk of disease associated with that drug and compare it with the risk associated with another drug or treatment. My name's Ami Banerjee and I'm a doctor in Birmingham. My main interest is heart disease, but I'm also interested in the way that researchers report numbers and how those numbers are communicated in the media. Today I'm going to show how numbers might be misleading, particularly when it comes to drug companies. I want you to imagine a drug trial. Cholesterol is known to clog up blood vessels and can eventually lead to heart attacks. In people with a high level of cholesterol, we know from previous drug trials that statins can lower the cholesterol and can reduce the risk of heart attack. What we're going to do in our trial is we're going to compare a new drug, superstatin, with an older, cheaper version, easystatin. We're going to give 10,000 people the new drug and we're going to give 10,000 people the old drug, easystatin. After 1 year, we want to know how many people develop a heart attack. So if we fast forward to 1 year, what we find is that there's 5 people who are taking superstatin who've had a heart attack. And in the other group taking easystatin, well, we find that 10 people have had a heart attack. So looking at those numbers, we might assume that the risk of heart attack is half or 50% if you are taking superstatin instead of easystatin. I'm sure that's the number that all the media will report. It's quite impressive, isn't it? But hang on a minute. There's 10,000 people in this trial taking this drug and 10,000 taking this drug. So actually, there's 5 out of 10,000 people who had a heart attack on superstatin. That's 0.05%. And on this side in easystatin, there's 10 out of 10,000 or 0.1% who actually had a heart attack. So the real difference between these two groups is 0.05%. You won't be surprised that the drug companies tend to stick to the 50% number because that sounds a lot more than 0.05%. But we need to know the real number of people who develop the disease in trials, and we need to know the number of people who started the trial in the first place if we're going to make any conclusion about the good or the harm associated with a particular drug, because only then can we decide whether or not to use the drug. Because size does matter when it comes to drug trials.